So I was scrolling on my For You page on TikTok the other day, and I saw a video showing and saying that you could make your own free Minecraft server off of a website called Minehut. And I have no problem with Minehut. Minehut is perfect if you don't have a good computer to run your own Minecraft server, right? But if you do have a better better PC, there are better ways to run servers. And in today's video, I'll be showing you guys how to actually do that. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to minecraft.net. Just basically copy this and put in your browser. You're going to want to copy this. So just, control copy and then download this. So it will say that I can harm your computer. It won't. It just does this sometimes. So we have our server right here. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make a text document, and you're going to want to enable it just start.txt. This is just, that thing that basically runs everything, I guess. I don't know how to explain it other than that. This is the megabytes, so 1024 is just a megabyte, so we're going to want to just make that 2 gigabytes, because 2 gigabytes is a pretty fine thing. And then you can leave all of this the same, and then just press enter and just write pause. Basically, the server will pause or stop every time there's a problem, and it'll tell you what the problem is. You shouldn't have any problems, but if you do, that's there. And now you just basically, I guess, save it, and then boom. So now that you have all of that done, double click this, and this will basically, I guess it won't run the server because the thing that actually runs it won't pop up, but all the files that you'll need will. Next thing you're going to want to do is go to EULA, and you're going to want to put that to true. Basically, this will just, make sure you're abiding by the EULA, which I don't know everything about, but, you really won't. There's really not a lot of things you can do to break that. So boom, now you have pretty much everything ready. There are some things here, like this is all just really unimportant. None of this really matters, but the thing that you're gonna want to do is somewhere here. Boom. Okay, yeah, server port 25565. This is the normal port that you're gonna want to use. And to play with your friends, to get multiple people online, you're gonna need to make a port forward. I don't know how to make a port forward for every single, like Wi-Fi box. You're gonna want to go to your admin, and then from there you'll make a port forward. But I don't know how to make it for every single one. So then, just look up on YouTube like how to make a port forward with Blink, and then you'll probably figure it out from there. But I'm just not, I don't have the knowledge for every single Wi-Fi box. So everything here is fine. You might want to change the MOTD to whatever. So this is what it'll say when it pops up. So like, if I say Walrus server, that'll show up. And then, yeah. So after you have all of that readied up, right? Depending on if you made the port forward yet, your friends probably won't be able to join. But I'll basically explain that a little bit later. And yeah. So you're going to want to first start up your server. This is the first run, so it will take a bit longer to load up, but it will load up, and you'll know because it'll say 100%, and then boom, it'll show up. So let's just do that right now. So there we go. As you guys can see, this whole thing will pop this little... Hey guys, so my audio broke for this part. Just glitched out a bunch, probably because the server is open and I don't have the best PC. Basically, what I wanted to say in this segment was your server will open up pretty slow at the first time, but the second time it will open up much quicker. So like the first time I opened mine was 20 seconds, and the second time was like 10 seconds. So it will go by faster, and it will slowly and slowly probably get a little bit faster until it'll open up in like 5 seconds or something like that. And if you are starting your server, I would recommend that you do /stop, because if you don't, progress will be lost. For example, you mine 20 logs. You accidentally close out your server and you come back. Those 20 logs will be gone, and everything will be back to normal because you didn't stop your server, it didn't save, and then, yeah. So just always remember do slash stop. Let's say you're playing for an hour or two and you're scared your computer is gonna, blue screen or something. Go to your server, do a slash stop. At least have that one little, I guess you could say, save file so that you can, come back later and actually play instead of having to lose all your diamonds, all your netherite, things like that. So next, go to your multiplayer thing, and since you're the admin, there's a lot of things you can write. One of them is 0, so as you guys can see, boom, server address 0. My server is running right now. It will show up. Oh, that's really weird. Add server, there we go, 0. 0, and boom, it shows up, Walrus server, boom. You can change the player amount, but yeah. So if we want to go in, boom, we can just go in right now. As you can see, I am in. For me, I already have a port forward set up for the port 25565. You will experience a little bit of lag at the start, but as you guys can see, it actually goes down fairly well and very quickly. So as you guys can see, my computer, a little bit of lag, but it's really not a lot to notice. I don't have the best computer, mind you, so if, my computer isn't that fast, right? So my computer can't run that much. If you have a better computer than mine, well then you're gonna run this a lot clearer, which is, pretty good. So as you guys can see, I wrote 0. For your friends to join, you're gonna wanna write your IP and then this, the semicolon 25565. So let's say your IP is, I don't know, like, I really can't come up with a random IP off of my mind right now. But let's say you're blah 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 blah. That's your IP, whatever. And then 25565. If you don't want to figure out your IP, go just write in your little search bar command prompt and then or CMD. You'll open up your command prompt. Just write ipconfig, and I think you should find your IP there. And if not, just look up in Google what's my IP or whatever, and then your IP should just come up, paste it right there, and then 25565. Now, if you don't have a port forward open, it won't work, because the way it's supposed to work is you have your port forward open, and then it's your IP, so where you're from, or, yeah, I guess, and then 25565. So that's the port forward. So yeah, and then as you can see, it's really clear for me right now. Probably because I don't have a lot of applications open. But yeah, it's really nice, and it's really easy, and it's really clear. And just goes to show, you don't need to have, you don't need to use some shitty website that, just kind of, lags out a lot and stuff. You can just have your own little nice server, and it really doesn't take too much effort to make. It takes 10 minutes of your time, and you can have an infinitely fun time with your friends. And, yeah.